Alaba Market in Lagos is always busy in festival period like Easter. You can find anything there from handmade wine to a brand new set of legs. And I mean that literally, this is real talk. The place is so big that once you enter, you might forget your own name. The way people shout, drag you and try to market to you at once, you'll be wondering if you mistakenly entered a wrestling ring instead of a market. That afternoon, traders called out to customers, showing off their goods, and the air was filled with the smell of roasted corn and suya. Among the crowd was Chidi, a young man who had saved up his hard-earned money to buy new clothes for Easter. Chidi wasn't rich, but he always believed in looking good, especially during the festive season. He had worked extra hours at the mechanic shop just to afford something nice for himself and his younger sister, Ada. She had been excited all week, reminding him every day, "Brother Chidi, don't forget my Easter dress." Oh. As he walked through the market, he spotted a small shop with mannequins dressed in beautiful clothes. The owner, an elderly woman with deep lines on her face, smiled at him. "My son, you are in the right place. These are the best clothes in the whole market." Chidi smiled back and started looking through the clothes. The fabrics were fine, the styles modern, and the prices surprisingly low. Just as he picked a stylish white shirt and a matching dress for Ada, an old man sitting near the shop coughed loudly and called out, "My boy, don't buy from there." Chidi turned, confused. "Why, Baba?" The old man shook his head. "Not everything cheap is good. There is a reason these clothes are so affordable. Do you know where they come from?" Chidi hesitated. He hadn't thought about it. The clothes looked fine, and the price was right. But something about the old man's serious expression made him uneasy. "What do you mean?" The shop owner quickly interrupted, her voice sharp. "Old man, mind your business. My son, don't listen to him. These clothes are imported, high quality, and very affordable." But the old man didn't back down. "My boy, before you buy, let me tell you a story." Chidi felt a strange chill run through him. The market noise seemed to fade as he stepped closer to listen. The sun was already high in the sky when Chinedu arrived at Alaba Market the next morning. The place was alive with traders shouting prices, customers bargaining, and the smell of roasted corn and suya filling the air. Chinedu felt the weight of his pocket. He had been saving for weeks to buy something special for Easter, something that would make him stand out. He imagined himself walking into church on Sunday, dressed in fine clothes, turning heads as people whispered about how well he was doing. He made his way through the crowded market, his eyes scanning the colorful displays of clothes hanging from stalls. Everywhere he turned, traders called out to him. "Oga, come check this one. Original turkey wear. Brother, this one go fit you well. Try." Chinedu stopped at a stall where a young woman named Blessing was arranging new arrivals. She smiled at him, her eyes sharp like someone who had seen all kinds of customers. "Oga, what are you looking for?" she asked. "I need something classy for Easter," Chinedu replied, running his fingers over a soft blue fabric. Blessing pulled out a fine-looking shirt and a pair of trousers. "This one not correct, designer. Ego make you look like big men," she said. Chinedu admired the outfit, but he had learned from last night's dream not to rush. He remembered how the tailor in his dream had warned him about spiritual dangers tied to clothes. Was it just a dream, or was there something deeper? "Where do you get your clothes from?" he asked casually. Blessing raised an eyebrow, surprised by the question. "Oga, not direct from abroad. Original," she said quickly. But Chinedu noticed something strange. Behind Blessing's stall, an elderly man was watching him closely. The man was sitting on a small wooden stool, chewing on a stick of sugarcane, his eyes deep and knowing. As soon as their eyes met, the man nodded slightly, as if to say, "Be careful." A shiver ran down Chinedu's spine. Something was not right. Chinedu hesitated, still holding the blue shirt in his hands. The material felt smooth, expensive even, but something in his spirit wasn't at peace. The elderly man sitting behind the stall kept chewing his sugarcane, watching him. His eyes held a warning, but why? "Oga, why you day delay?" Blessing asked, a little impatiently. "This one na hot cake. If you know by now, another person fit carry am." Chinedu forced a smile. "I just day check him well," he said, still unsure. He turned to the old man. "Baba, good morning," he greeted. The man spat out a piece of sugarcane fiber and smiled. My son, good morning. I see say you want buy cloth. Make you shine your eyes. Chinidu's heart skipped. Shine my eyes. Baba, whatten you mean? The old man leaned forward. His voice dropped to a whisper. No be all cloth way you see for market be ordinary cloth. Some get story. Some don pass through hand way no be for this world. Chinidu frowned. Baba, I no understand. Blessing suddenly interrupted. Oga, no mind am. This old man day here every day talk nonsense. He no get shop, he no day sell anything but he go day poke nose. She hissed. The old man ignored her and continued. Some people no day sew cloth, dem day prepare am. Chinidu's chest tightened. Prepare. The old man nodded. Some traders day collect cloth from people way don enter another world. Some day use jazz put inside so anybody way wear 'em go carry their bad luck. Chinidu's palms became sweaty. He looked at the blue shirt again. He had heard stories before, about people buying second-hand clothes that came with spiritual problems. Some had bad dreams after wearing them. Some fell sick. Some lost everything. But Baba, how person go take know which one good and which one bad? Chinidu asked, lowering his voice. The old man smiled sadly. If you know get strong spirit, you know fit know. But if your heart day shake like your own day shake now, my son, better carry your money go another place. Blessing was getting annoyed. Oga, you go buy or not? If you no one buy, a beg, make space for other customers. Chinidu took one last look at the blue shirt, then slowly placed it back on the pile. No vex, Blessing. I go check other shops. He turned to the old man and nodded. Thank you, Baba. As he walked away, he felt the man's eyes on his back, but he didn't turn around. Something told him he had just avoided a serious problem. Chinidu walked deeper into Alaba Market, his heart still unsettled. The old man's words kept replaying in his mind. Some traders day collect cloth from people way don enter another world. He shivered. What if he had bought that blue shirt? What if something bad had happened to him? He shook his head. No be everything person go believe, he muttered to himself. But still, he decided to be careful. He strolled past different stalls, scanning the colorful clothes on display. A few traders called out to him, but he ignored them. He wanted to find a shop that felt safe. After a while, he saw a small boutique with glass doors, different from the open stalls around it. A neatly dressed woman stood inside, arranging clothes on racks. Chinidu stepped in. Good afternoon, madam, he greeted. The woman smiled warmly. Good afternoon, my brother. You day find Easter clothes? Chinidu nodded. Yes, I want fine shirt and trouser. But I day find quality 10, no be anyhow. The woman chuckled. No wahala. Here na boutique, no be bend down select. She led him to a section where new clothes were neatly arranged. Chinidu felt a bit more comfortable. The place was clean, and the clothes smelled fresh, not like the other place where something felt off. She pulled out a crisp, white shirt and a pair of navy blue trousers. This one go fit you well. And na original material. Chinidu examined the shirt. It was soft, with no strange smell or weird feeling. How much? He asked. Shirt na 12,000 Nigerian nairas, trouser na 15,000 Nigerian nairas. Chinidu almost coughed. Ah. Madam, e too cost. You no fit reduce. The woman laughed. Oga, no be second hand I day sell. Na quality you talk say you want, no be so. Chinidu sighed. He wanted good clothes, but this price was much higher than his budget. He thought about it for a moment. If he bought something cheaper from the street, he might regret it. But if he spent all his money on these clothes, he wouldn't have enough for transport for the rest of the month. He rubbed his chin. Madam, a beg, reduce small for me. The woman smiled. Okay, I go do 10,500 Nigerian nairas for the shirt and 13,500 Nigerian nairas for the trouser. Last price. Chinedu thought about it, then nodded. Okay, I go take am. As he paid and collected his bag, he felt a sense of relief. This time, there was no uneasy feeling, no strange warnings. As he stepped out of the boutique, he whispered to himself, sometimes, he better make person spend more money for peace of mind. But just as he was about to leave the market, he noticed something strange. The girl from the first shop, Blessing, was standing in a corner, arguing with two men. She looked nervous. One of the men pointed at her angrily, and she shook her head, looking scared. Chinedu slowed down. Wedding day happened there, he muttered. Something told him this was not an ordinary argument. And before he could look away, Blessing's eyes met his. Her face changed. And then, she started walking toward him. Chinedu's heart skipped as Blessing walked toward him, her face filled with worry. The two men behind her watched closely, their expressions hard and suspicious. Brother, I beg help me. Blessing pleaded as she reached him, gripping his arm. Dem day find me. Chinedu's mind raced. Find you for weddin'. She looked back at the men and lowered her voice. Dem be bad people. Na dem day bring those cloth way you see for our shop. Dem no one make anybody talk. Chinedu felt his stomach tighten. You mean say na dem day bring the clothes way dem collect from dead people? Blessing nodded quickly. Yes. Na dem. Na dem day do the business, not my madam day help dem sell. I don tell her say e no good, but she talk say I day too talk. Now dem one silence me. The two men started walking toward them. One of them, a short, muscular man in a black polo, called out, Blessing. Weddin' you day tell am. Come here now. Blessing gripped Chinedu's arm tighter. A beg, make we comet for here. Chinedu didn't need anyone to tell him twice. He turned quickly, pulling Blessing along as they weaved through the crowded market. The men started to follow, but the market was too busy. Stalls, traders, and customers blocked their way. Chinedu spotted a small alley between two shops. This way, he whispered, dragging Blessing in. They ran until they reached an open space behind the market, where an old security officer sat on a wooden stool, sipping tea. Oga, a beg, help us. Some people day chase us. Chinedu panted. The security officer frowned. Wetin happen? Before Blessing could answer, the men appeared at the alley entrance. But as soon as they saw the officer, they paused. The officer stood up, his eyes sharp. Wetin una want? The men hesitated. Then, without a word, they turned and disappeared back into the market. Blessing let out a heavy sigh of relief. Chinedu turned to her. You need to leave this work. These people no go leave you alone. Blessing nodded. I know. I don already make up my mind. Not today I want stop. Chinedu reached into his pocket and handed her some money. Take this. Use and find another work or travel go your village for now. Her eyes widened. Ah. Brother, God go bless you. She took the money with shaky hands, gratitude written all over her face. Chinedu smiled and shook his head. Just make sure say you no go back near that shop again. She nodded quickly. I swear, I no go try am. With that, Chinedu turned and started walking home, his bag of clothes still in his hand. As he walked, he thought about everything that had happened. The old man's warning, the strange clothes, the eerie feeling, and the truth Blessing had revealed. He looked at his new clothes and sighed in relief. Thank God say I no buy from there. From that day, Chinedu decided he would never rush to buy cheap things without knowing their source. Because sometimes, a cheap price could come with a cost no one was ready to pay. Thank you for watching. Please kindly subscribe for the next episode and don't forget to share and like.